Good morning. So, we have started our journey together to escape and be free. I am Faith. Thank you for taking this step with me. So, we learned last video that exercise is an important investment in our physical wholeness. And since we're on this journey to renew physical, mental, spiritual, and social wholeness, we have taken on this challenge together to invest in our physical dimension. Last video we learned of how we can organize our lives for exercise. So I educated us on making our schedules, creating our routines, and planning for our exercise habits. I also demonstrated a few examples as to activities we could put as our routine plan. So today, we're gonna together take this journey to start our investment in our physical dimension. So we're gonna do pretty much the activities that we spoke of in the last video. We're going to put it now to action, as today we'll count today as day 1 of our exercise routine. The approach I will be taking is for beginners. So I'll be trying to demonstrate through these couple videos that are following now how and what the 2-day routine would look like, where we will exercise, we will work out 2 days, we will and rest actively, as well as have off days for the other days. So day 1 we will work out, day 2 and 3 we will rest, day 4 we will do workout again, day 5 we will do active rest, and on day 6 and 7 will be totally off. That would not be 6 and 7. Day 6 we would be totally off. All right, so that is what we're going to demonstrate, and we're going to start. We're going to activate that plan right now. So get your kits, get your tools ready. If you don't have weights, as I said, find something that is safe and comfortable to hold. Weighing at least 5 pounds, and you want a pair of that, or if you can find 10 pounds, that's good. So we're going to do some strengthening exercise and toning mainly, and we will get some amount of cardiovascular in our movements. So as you know, upper body and lower body focus is what I'm using for our little beginners project. So here we go. Get your gears ready and let's take off together. First of all, as I said before, this I did not demonstrate but we'll do today. We need to always warm up before we do our exercise. So I'm going to demonstrate some warm-up activities for us. I'll have to be in and out arranging my videos, so please pardon any disruption in the transition as we go along. So here we start. Legs apart, hands on hip, start at the top. Left, right, and then you rotate. Make sure when you are rotating your neck, your eyes are open. Do not close your eyes, as it will lend to you getting dizzy and possibly losing your balance, and causing your head to go a little bit hazy. So we'll do this for about 5 each side, change sides. All right, so it's a rotation, back, right, front, left, back, right, front, left. After you do that, you can go to your shoulders. Let's do this movement for shoulder warm up. 1, 2, 3, 4. What I was doing at first is not correct. We should not be moving our entire body. We're focusing on shoulders. So keep the rest of your core in control. Form is a very important part of exercise routine. Always try to keep form. All right, so we loosen up the muscles and warming up and getting ready the muscles for brisker and more tenuous movements. All right, so let's go to 5 for each side. All right, and we go backward as well. Then we, of course, warm up always includes stretches. This is a very good stretch for your arms and shoulder. All right, to the next side. Make a cut like a scissors cut. You could be moving your fingers at that same time, your wrists and all of that. All right, you could do 5 of these. In the interest of time, I might not do the full amount of time on each. All right, so we could do 5 of those. Get those muscles stretched out. All right, shoulders up, we're going to the waist. Left, back, front, side, front. So let me give you some more view on what's going on there. Pardon me. So we're doing our waist now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to start the rotation movement. Try to keep your upper core as steady and in line as possible and allow your waist and the lower core to be moving in this rotation. We're going to change direction now. And we're going to speed it up a little. Put your hand above if it's easier for you. You could put your hands at the side, whatever works. Change direction. Could keep your hands crossway. Change direction as you go along. Keep the rotation going. All right, so you could do that for about a minute, right? Of rotation left, right, around, left, right. All right, so we're done with that. Moving on, we're going to do our thighs at this time. We're going to pull and legs. You could do it holding onto your waist, pulling with one hand, or if you have good balance and you want to test it, if you don't have it and you want to push yourself, you could hold with both hands. Keep your chest erect, your shoulders straight, your shoulders back, held back, and pull your thighs to as far to your breast as you can. And hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whilst you're doing this, you could be rotating your ankles, so you get your ankles in the middle of this routine warm-up. Show you some more on this again. Give me a second. So I want you to know what kind of balance I want you to try to strike on your legs, because it's also a balanced warm-up activity. All right, so as much as possible, legs apart to a comfortable distance. Then raise your legs off the ground like you saw earlier. Keep it with both hands in a pull. Try to keep your legs and your feet that you're standing on as steady as possible so you can practice your balance there. Rotate your ankles, warming up your ankles as well. Change direction. And you could hold this for a count of about 10. All right? And you change legs now. Up, hold, rotate to the left as you're holding. Multitasking the exercise. Remember that your shoulders are erect and held back and your back is straight. Change direction. Next direction. Losing focus a little bit there with my orientation. That's done. All right. Could stretch that out a little bit. On your toes, putting your arms above your head as you go in that stretch, right? Even squeezing your butt while you're warming up. And your legs are also getting a little tone in. All right. So we've done that. Give you some more of me. All right. So here we go. We've done that. We're going to also prepare. That was in the front. We're going to do it in the back. So we're going to hold our legs like this. Put it up in our hands. And we're going to go forward, leaning with the rest of our body. This is also a balance challenge. So be very careful if it's hard for you and you don't have balance because you can't handle your weight. The rest of your body weight, feel free to hold on like this is something in front of you, like I'm doing here. All right? If you want to challenge yourself further, do the same thing. Find your balance first with your hands stretched forward. Hold your feet. And challenge yourself to do it without holding on. All right? And you count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could go to 10. Keep your form and return to the ground. All right? So we want to do that on both sides. When we're doing it, right? Return. Next side. I hope you're enjoying your moves. And return. All right? So we got that done. Move your waist, lively up the movement now. You want to get into it now and start to really feel the vibe of getting your exercise routine going. Good. So here we go. We're going to challenge our thighs a little bit in this warm-up move. And we stand here and we're going to make a quick swing with our hands up and a dip with our knees. All right? So here we go. 1, 2, 3. We could do 5 of those. Let me show you what's happening though. When you do that movement, I want for your legs to be in a particular position, your feet in particular, I want them to be flat on the ground. I don't want you to be on your toe points for this one. We're doing beginners type of stuff, so we're taking this a little bit easy for now. So here we go. Legs on the floor, feet on the floor, sorry, legs apart, and we go 1. Hands going up above your head each time. 2, 3. You don't need to go all the way down. 4. Getting the thighs ready for some movement. It's okay if your heel leaves the ground a little. All right. So we could do about 10 of those as well. Alrighty. So we've done that. Gonna do our ankles, even though we did a little bit of it before. We're gonna do some more on our ankles. So pivot on your toes. Rotate left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change legs. Step back with the foot. 1. Right to left this time. 3, 4. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you hear me? Breathe. In, out. In, out. So we're going to step aside. No one do a little stretch. Stand here together. Feet apart, 1 stretch. Be careful when you're doing that. Allow your leg behind to push. You could hold on to it. And you 1, 2, 3, 4. So that happens with your leg in the back. Let me show you what's happening with your leg in the front. Here we go. Stretching again. Step to the side. Leg left behind, 1 in front. And this is what is happening with it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can press a little bit your weight into your front leg, preparing again your thighs and your legs for movement. Could go 5 of those each on each side. All right. So we want our warm up to be at least 5 to 10 good minutes of preparing our muscles for movement and getting our blood pressure up and warming up our bodies overall. All right. So we would have done those movements already. Quite a couple we've gotten in. All right. And the last exercise move that I will demonstrate for warm up will focus on the cardio. So we want to get our cardio in because we want to get our heart pumping, right? We want to get our blood flowing and ready for this exercise activity so mind and body can be connected. So we're going to do jumping jacks. Basically we're going to do a part, we call them here back home a part together. All right, so we're going to do a set of that in entire rotation. I'll start here and demonstrate. So it will be like this. Give me a sec. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change. 2, 3. So on each side, we could be doing about 10 of these for warm up. Breathe. And change. So we'll be doing 10 on each side until we return where we started. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there we got 10 of that in, 10 jumping jacks in. And my heart is pumping, my breathing has increased. Parts of my body, I can feel the blood flowing warm through my body. And that is where we want to get to. Now that our heart's pumping, our blood pressure is a little bit upbeat and higher, raised and ready for movement, and the flow is good in our body, we are now going to take on the challenge of starting our new exercise routine lifestyle. So here we go. We're doing weights like we started with yesterday. We're going to be doing the calf raisers and the glutes, butt tuckers, and we will also be doing our tricep shoulder flex reach, and we'll be doing our, well, almost a double, triple, quadruple whammy right here with our upward weight lifts. No, we actually start at one. Upward curl, above head, weight lifts, and inward squeeze for chest and back and abs. Remember, for this one, we squeeze our abs when we're doing this in to get some ab work going on right here. So, are we ready? Let's do this. So here we go. Gonna do very simple sets. You're gonna try out, let's try 10 of these and see how it works out for you. 1, and breathe. Okay, breathe all the time, please. Breathe. So that's 1, sorry. 2, 3, squeeze in the abs, please. Squeeze in the abs, squeeze in the abs. 4, 5, keep your form, body not swinging, body steady as you can keep it. Please keep your form. So 5, we're gonna call this 5. Squeeze, don't strain your back too much, be gentle on your back. Keep your form in your shoulders, all right? And control the weight, don't allow the weight to swing, it can hurt your back, all right? Control the weight movement, do it, keep your form is more important than doing it fast. Keeping your form, way more important than doing it fast. We're gonna call this 6. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, we're enjoying this. All right, so that's our first 10. All right, so we're gonna take a break, swing a little bit with the same arm. All right, we wanna do 3 sets of this, 10. So we go again, take a little break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you realize we're going up. I change the direction of my hands. So sideways is a squeeze, then it becomes frontal turn to go down for the curls. All right, so you have the back up and the outer arm on the outside. And then when we're going up, we switch to inner arm and we go up. Please be very careful. Make sure your legs are well apart. Too close will hurt your back. All right, good. And take it easy with the squeeze. So we came down, so we're now going in. All right, ready? Going back down now. Gonna call this 5. Sorry, you got that a little bit disoriented right there. So we're gonna call this 5, all right? So we're going back down. No, 6. 7. 8. 9. We want to call this 10. So there we are. Let's say we've done 2 out of our 3 for the set. So we're going to do 1 more. Walk around a little bit. Allow your hands to rest. If it's a lot, you can take the weights out of your hand for a minute. Free your hands. You could even do an active rest. Stretch in the meantime. Wherever you're feeling a little discomfort, get rid of it maybe in the back. Maybe in the arms, allow the arms to just swing, to just hang as your back swings back and forward. You get the back stretched out as well. You could also stretch a little bit back, you know, swing a little bit left to right. All right, and you take it up back. Let's go again. So this is our last set, or last one in this set, sorry. So 1, 2, 1, sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Show you some more of what's going on. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Right, so we've completed one set of exercise right there. All right, we're going to move on, going to loosen up a little bit, active rest, swing, dance, do something to get those cranks out of your body. All right, you can stretch. All right, number of things you can do. Stretch your back, forward push helps with that too, and side push will also help. All right, get it out and get the muscles a little bit more straightened out. All right, so we've done that one. Next thing we're going to do now from our shoulder, we're going to do our sitting up. Well, let's do our calf raises now. I prefer that you see the glutes working here when we're doing our calf raises. So let me give you some better vision of what's going on. I would love that you also would see my feet eventually, but I'll come to that soon. So here we go. Ready? All right, let me show you the feet first, because it's important that your feet are making the right move in this exercise. So here, 1, 2, 3. So don't return the heels to the ground. The heel stays halfway up, mid-ear. 4, 5. Tighten up on the butt as you go up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you don't return to the floor until you finish a set. All right, so that's what your feet look like. Now, more of what your leg and your glutes will be doing. More of what your legs and your glutes will be doing. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And let me just pause to say, remember, we do not hold on to the chair. We barely touch the sides for support, and we allow our legs and our feet, especially our legs, to bear the weight of the rest of our body so that our calves can be toned. Let's go. 1, sorry, ready now. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Squeeze the butt. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Squeeze the butt. All right, 1 for grace. Work that out a little bit. Just walk around a little bit in your own space. That's 1. All right, number 2 of the set. 1, 2. Remember, lightly hold on to your support. Do not grip it. Lightly touch it with your fingers. 2 fingers is good. 5, 6. Squeeze the butt. 7, 8. Hold a little bit. 9, 10. 1 for grace. That's 2 of your set. Walk it out a little bit. And go back to our calves. So this is the last of the set. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do not touch the floor with your feet. 9, and 10. Heels always above the ground. And that's 1 set of our calf raises right there. All right, so Our calf has gotten some toning right there. So we would move. So we're basically taking a circuit approach. Move to the next activity. In your own space, you could be moving further along the stretch so that you get more cardiovascular in. All right, so my space that I'm using, because of the limitations of my camera, is a small area, but feel free to use up your area more. So while keeping form, we're going to move from that activity to now go and do our bicep. So we did our heel raises. We're going to do our biceps and no, we're going to do our triceps. We did our biceps already, sorry. We're going to do our triceps with our weights. So get in position as if you're going to run a relay, halfway down on your marks, but you do not go all the way down. So let me show you some more of what's going on here again. All right, so that's a focus. Remember the position of your leg. I want your leg a little bit pivoted to give your leg some toning and your thighs some toning out of this. So this leg and this feet is flat, and in the forward position, this one is in the backward position, and you're on the frontal area of your toe. All right, and then your heel is above, keeping your calf halfway to get it toned. So we're going to take our weights in hand. The one we're not using, we keep the weight, holding on to the weights to tone those muscles, and the other hand being used, we will take it backward to reach, like in a relay. So we go, ready? Shoulders started. 1, reach, keep your head forward. 2, remember, avoid swinging, keep your form. 4, 5, 6, and breathe. 7, 8, 9, 10. Change sides. Elbows in, hand resting on thighs. Halfway, ready to reach. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As a beginner, feel free to do only 5 of these. Also, feel free to move way slower at your own pace. You do not have to go as fast as I am going. All right, you can choose your own pace, and you can also choose to do half of the amount I am doing for each exercise, depending on how much you can handle. All right, so here we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, call this 7, 10. All right, so we're going to do 10 of those. I would have done 3 sets of those 10. I'm going to do just 1 more in this set in the interest of time. You would do 3 of these for whichever amount you choose, whether 5 or 10. So this is 2 of my set now. Here we go. 1, 2. You can smile it out to make it easier, but make sure you breathe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch sides. And breathe. 1, look forward. 2, keep form. 3, 4, so you flex backward and return from. Flex, flex, return. Flex, return. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and you would walk that out, swing that out a little, or you can lose the weight and rest your arms. Right? Remember, a very important part of our exercise routine is our intake of water. Our intake of water. So here we have our water that we're going to take. Take it in gulps or sips, mouthfuls rather, or sips, and then swallow slowly. Always have your water in your exercise routine. So we've gone 3. We're going to move on to 2 more, because one of our 3 was quite comprehensive, so we're not going to 6. All right, so next one we're going to do at this point is our above head raises have been done already. Curls have been done already. Our hoovering tricep has been done already. And we've also done our heel raiser. So we have the core area to cover now. Let's do our core area. Okay, ready? So we're going to do a simple one that we did yesterday. Well, it's relatively simple. You choose your pace, do it at your own pace. All right, so we're staying on the spot. It's like an on-spot march in which we raise our legs very high and we twist our waist with it and our arms to meet it. So arms are up, almost like you're going to do a little boxing ring right there. All right, so arms up, legs apart comfortably. All right, I'll show you the upper movements first and then I'll give you some more of the lower. Okay, here we go. So twist, ready? 1. Meet your legs with your arms going over without too much bending of your upper body. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So push the legs up to meet the arms without knocking on them. 9, 10. Back to the spot each time. Twist your waist. So you're getting the core into this. You're getting the cardio. Your heart is pumping and beating faster, right? And you're getting some of the thigh warmed up and also toned up. And the butt is getting a little bit of the work on the side as well. All right, so that's what it looks like at the top. At the bottom, your legs should be moving like this. So legs apart, arms are raised, already like in a fighting match. Ready to rumble, ready to rumble. Here we go. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so we've done the twist. That would be one set. Let's do a second set. Heart pumping, you could do a little slow walk away from your area. So just get your heart back under control a little bit and move back to where you want to do the next set of your ready to rumble. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Twist that waist. 4, 5. Raise that leg. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 for grace. All right. So we've done 2 out of our sets of 3. I'll give you some more view of the upper body movement. So I'm going to raise your camera for you a little bit so you can see more of what's going on up top. Ready? Give you some more still. Here we go. So this is it. Last of this set. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 for grace. In the future, when we're doing an exercise like this, when you have transitioned to the growth and maintenance phase, I will do this exercise walking up and down like this. So you'll have to really go with me at a faster pace. And we'll be walking, and we'll be moving, and we'll be walking up and down, up and down. And for that phase, you will get a lot of cardio into that exercise move. All right, so we've done that one. So that is our final one from the set. And what we will do next, basically, is that we will repeat all of those activities either depending on how you can pace yourself, how much you can take. We will do that entire set that I just demonstrated. You repeat it either once or twice. And when you've repeated it either once or twice, that is the end of your exercise routine. I would expect that would take you about 45 minutes. So the next thing we want to do now is cool down. All right? Get some more water in the system. As I said in the earlier video yesterday, your cool down activity can pretty much be the same things that you did for warming up, except that you might do them slower, less intense, so you don't try to do it as intense and you don't need to do as many. All right, you're cooling down now, preparing your muscles to stop activity, preparing your heart to return to normal pacing, and preparing your blood pressure as well to go back to regular pacing. So here we go. Cooling down. We go from our head again, from the top. Ready? So we go right, 2 back, 2 left, 2 front, 2 right, 2 back, 2 left, 2 front, 2, and then we rotate very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember to keep your eyes open. All right, and we finish that. We're going to change direction. When we go to the right, we're going to return front and start going to the left. Left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go back to the shoulders. You can do the same exact movement, or you can change it up a little bit. Work the shoulders backward. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you see me? 9, 10, 11. Then you can go the other direction. You can see what's happening in the back for your shoulders as well. There's a demonstration of it. Work it over, work the shoulder over back, and shoulder over shoulder. All right, so that's what would be happening in the back for your shoulders. All right, good. All right, so we've done that. Can do a stretch. You can do the same exact stretch, or you could choose another one if you can reach your hands from the back one direction and the next. This is what it looks like in the front. And you could challenge your calves were used a lot, so you could do a stretch with both your arms and your calf for this cooling down. Very lightly. On your tip a little bit. 2, 3, 4. Let me show you what this looks like with the feet. So your feet would be like this in this movement. Balance. 1. So we're not going to be straight up because we don't want to put too much pressure because we're cooling down. So we legs apart and we go 1, 2, just lightly, not very high. We don't want a lot of pressure. We're cooling down. So just a little raise. 4, get the calves a little bit stretched out. 5, all right, so we'll do that. So we change arms. Back to the top view. Hope you're having fun, guys. Change arms and we go same stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we're done with that. You could do a little stretch overhead and side that way, right? Stretch out the arms that way. If you have an area to hold on to, you could stretch all the muscles that way. The back, the glutes, the thighs, the arms. This is a very good stretch. It's very comprehensive. Very comprehensive. All right, so we've done that. We could work the thighs again with a quick move. 1. Keep your legs flat, your feet flat on the ground. Just allow your knees to bend and straighten, and your arms go up with the bend. 3. Slowly, not too much pressure. 4 and 5. All right, so we've done that. We're going to also work our waist a little. So we do it slowly, not too much pressure on our body right there. We're just cooling down. All right, try to keep firm. Don't be dipping like me at the front and the back. Next direction. Do a little bit faster, not too vigorous though, just a little. Next direction. All right, so we're done with that. All right, keep stretching still. And stretch forward a little bit, hands up. Stretching the thighs and the legs that were used up. Backward, step back carefully. Next leg come out. Push and press forward. Let me show you a little bit what that looks like in the leg and thigh area. So, as I said before, step forward carefully. Arms are above. 1, could hold it for 2 or 3. All right. Return carefully. Return to the same, to the back leg. Put the back leg forward now. Slide a little bit forward gently. So you're stretching your back thigh area mainly, and your front is also getting a little tone in. All right, and you hold that and you return to the front if you choose front to return. All right, and that's it. So we're going to our ankles. Same movement that we started out with, slower, gentler, less of an amount. All right. 1, 2, 3. Change legs. 1, 2, 1. Change direction. All right. And then we did this, so we're going to do it easier this time. Keep one hand down, less pressure. Do not raise it as high. Hold. You can just swing to the left and right with your feet, or you can do the full rotation to get the ankles cooling down. So that's what will happen at the bottom. Let me show you what's happening at the top. At the top, this is happening. Not doing a lot, so not as high as when we started out. We're cooling down, so less rigorous. So get a balance, find a balance. All right, hold on to that leg, relax, not high. Can move the ankles in the rotation. All right, so we'll be done with that. Of course, we'll do the front. As I said, if you know you don't have good balance, do not try to do this one without holding on. As I can with a lot of practice over the years. For you, I would suggest that you hold on to something in the front. So here we go. Gentle. Not too high, don't raise it too high. We're cooling down. Return. Next one. So you see my arms are not as straight as when I started out the first time, because it's a more relaxed move because I'm cooling down. Good? Alright. Another stretch that I like to do is the back stretch in my cool down activity. I'm going to show it to you. Hopefully you can see me here. So I get flat. For this one, hold on, give me a sec. You can use your mat, or if you're comfortable just using your floor without a mat, that's also fine. You know your body, all right? So do what works for you. Okay, so we go down like this, like so. Lay down with our arms on our arms almost. Then we position our arms beside our breasts, where the wrist is right in line with the breasts on both sides. Then we raise our body off the ground. Please take your time. If this is new for you, do not go all the way up. Probably you could just do this for now. If you can take on more, you go a little bit further for now, like that, 3/4 ways. It also helps with your butt, to tuck your butt. And if you can handle it all the way, pace yourself. Your hands goes a little further when you're going up, not exactly at your breast anymore, but a little midway between your breast and your rib. All right, so here we go. Raising all the way up. You're straight. Allow your elbow to straighten out, and you hold it right there with your head back. Let me show you some more of the head back part so you can see what happens further up. So having raised up from the ground, head back is like that, and you hold and you count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you could count for 10. All right, or as far as you can go. You try to keep your back in that aligned position. Your elbows are straightened out, and you keep the move as still as possible and your body as erect as possible. Then you return gently. You can rest your arms a little bit. For my routine, instead of returning, I usually go backward, which gives me a nice back stretch. So I would move from there. Instead of going down, I would move from here. Let me show you. Here to go backward, rolling over your muscles, your bones here and your joints that are connected to your knee. Be very patient with your body, and you stretch out. Keep your head down for this one. You get a nice full stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I would go again forward. Lay down first. Get back up. Finish that stretch and move backward. So the entire body rolls and benefits in the stretch. So the lats are getting a lot of support for warming down here, cooling down here, and the joints connected to the knees and the thigh and leg muscles are getting some support as well. And then I would usually end that with a little cross stretch or a side stretch. Go across to the side extreme, keep it there, right? You could change legs, stretch that one out, put that one behind if you want to. Keep your body, move from here rather. You're going to creep around till you get to the other side and hold the stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change legs. Right leg bent behind or halfway to the side rather. Can do the movement so you get a full turnaround movement. Creep around, hold. 1, keep your neck straight and up in the opposite direction, your head straight and your neck out. Hold for maybe 5. All right, put your legs together, reach for them as far as you can go. All right, touch your toes if you can reach it. If not, just reach out. All right, hold, not a tight hold. Remember, we're cooling down. You can just shadow the area if you want to. 3, 5. All right, and then the last one I'll do, well, the second to last one, go backward, allow a backward stretch, relax a little, just lean back your neck into that area and allow your arms to stretch out. All right, we're getting that? Let's see. So this is it. Relax. And you can always end by just laying down, gently going down. Stretch your arms behind your head entirely and your legs all the way out. And relax. Still yet, I would have done either before or after this last stretch. If you can handle it, you do it. If not, this would have been the end of your moves. But I like to end with a leg stretch. You could use your counter area. If you have a safe tall table area, you could use it as well. Use the area that your legs can manage the most. If you need support, you hold your leg. You see what I did? For beginners, I would suggest that you support your leg going up. Support it going up to that area. If you think you have the flexibility or if you want to challenge your balance, keep your form, find a balance standing, all right? Your legs need to be a little bit closer than the far apart movement, and then you raise up first and then forward and out. Keep your balance. Almost like you're going to be doing some kung fu activity right there. Then reach for your toes and hold it. If you can't reach it, just reach out, kind of slightly bend forward and keep a stretch. You could keep the opposite hand at your side, or if you want, they can both go forward. So 1, 2, head is slightly bowed as if pointing towards the knee. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I would change direction, so go across to the left. Put my hand on my leg. I like this stretch. It works for me. You don't have to do it though. Point your opposite hand out and straight. I count again for 10. Then I rotate one more time to the flat side of my leg. Both arms now are out for support and balance. This is also a very good balance exercise, a very good glute exercise, and it's also good for your lats. Hold. Don't stretch too hard. You're cooling down. 5, 6, 7. So 7 is good enough. Then I do a slow rotation return to practice my balance. And then I remove my leg with the same balance. Gentle. Then I will do the other leg. Raise up, reach out, reach for toes, heads down, hold. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next direction, you can help yourself with your hands. Stretch the rest of the body out. Hold. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Balance. Use your hands to help you. Rotate to the next direction. Not too stretched out, please. Keep it where you can manage. If it's too much stretch for you, you can come closer. All right? And you don't have to stretch all the way. You can just go a light stretch like this until you can handle more, like a straight stretch, like what I am doing. All right, and you hold. So what this does is loosen up and get the kinks out of these areas that were worked. So I find that when I do this, especially return and end, especially after doing a lot of calf raises, thigh movements, any form of leg and thigh movements that have been really strenuous or taxing, I find that it really takes those kinks out. So the next day, I am good. I am not sore, and I'm ready to move on, to continue, or to intensify my routine. So there we have it. We have just completed a routine together. So now you are on your way to having a full investment plan for getting your physical wholeness back. Water is life. So if we're working for life, we must have our water in it. So I really thank you for joining me once more on this journey, your step of faith, as we try to return. Let me get you some more view. Sorry about that. As we try to return as best as possible to our physical, mental, spiritual, and our social wholeness. I am Faith. Please continue to take these steps with me. Take care and have a healthy day. While you go through the rest of the day, remember, drink your water. Your body will thank you for it. See you in our next video. Exercise.